let's just take this one step at a time with Cody Rhodes. Cody Rhodes was around WWE from like 07-ish to 2016, and Cody was this guy where he really did seem like he had good potential to be a big star. You know, Cody started the WWE at a very young age. He was in the entire Legacy Foundation. Him and Goldust would occasionally get together and tag with each other, and he even became Stardust, which it's funny because that's actually what caused Cody to want to leave the company. But let's just look at this. Cody became Stardust, and he absolutely hated that gimmick. And Cody became Stardust, and he basically left the company, and he kind of was just hanging around for a little bit. I think he went to TNA, if I'm right, at one point, but he did go to AEW, and he rebranded his whole entire character. He basically rebuilt himself from the ground up, and he basically became a bigger star than he was in the WWE. And so Cody had a lot of momentum behind him, and he was actually feeling pretty good. And then let's just fast forward to 2022, where Cody returns to WWE. He's Seth Rollins' mystery opponent at WrestleMania 38, and Cody is able to basically come in, and he's this new character. Now, when he returned, he had one of the biggest pops I think I've ever seen anybody get for the modern WWE. Now, me personally, I wasn't too excited to see Cody because I just kind of was like, he's just another guy for me. And I didn't realize he really rebuilt himself in AEW during this time because I was just kind of going off who he used to be. So Cody basically comes in, he basically is gonna reinsert himself into this like main event type scene. And you can kind of tell basically how they were doing this whole entire story with Cody, how they were gonna make him essentially be the next guy to beat Roman. Because it was just a matter of time, because him and Seth were feuding. He got his pec torn at the Hell in a Cell match, which obviously you guys saw. It's pretty amazing how he was still able to wrestle while with a torn pec. And that was something that really did make me earn a little bit of respect for Cody. And obviously he came back in 2023, won the Rumble. He feuded with the Bloodline, Roman Reigns. Roman basically buried him on some of these promos, and he lost the match at Mania. Him and Brock have a feud for a while, and then he overcame the odds. He beat Brock, and then him and Jay kind of were doing their thing for a while. They was tag team champions with Jay at one point, and then that whole thing kind of fizzled out a bit. And then Cody basically was going to go in the Rumble for 2024, and him and CM Punk were going to be in the Rumble. And this was really interesting to see because you think CM Punk would have been able to be the one to actually beat Cody Rhodes and actually be the next guy to take down Roman. But no, Cody beat CM Punk in the Rumble, and Cody was the next guy to go against Roman. And see, me personally, I'm still kind of waiting on these two to have a match, because I feel like these two really could have a great story behind it, because they both kind of have similar stories. They both started in WWE, both left, became bigger, and what else they did, and then they came back and are kind of just hanging out in WWE. So it's kind of neat to see how they both had a similar story. But yeah, so we see that that's basically what Cody did. He came in, he won the Rumble in 2024, he challenges Roman, and then of course we all remember The Rock got involved and everything, and this whole entire thing revolved around Cody, Seth, Rock, and Roman for WrestleMania 40, which I'm just going to go on record and say this, guys. This is one of the greatest stories in all of WWE history, because just the fact that it felt so real and personal, and like, of course, seeing just how Cody was really trying to overcome the odds and really was going to win the title for Dusty. It's like it really made perfect sense as to why Cody would come into WrestleMania and to be the guy to face Roman Reigns. So it really made sense. And of course, The Rock and Roman were throwing all these obstacles in his way, and it just felt perfect for Cody to be the guy to beat Roman. Well, then, obviously we fast forward to WrestleMania. He beats Roman. He wins the title. They all celebrate. And it was basically like a happily ever after. Well, Yeah. So that's the thing. He beats Roman, and now it's kind of one of these things where it's like, throughout 2024, he didn't really seem like he was doing much of anything. And then 2025, he was still kind of not really doing much of anything. I mean, of course, he was feuding with Cena at one point. But I just want to go on record and say this, guys. Cody becoming champion was probably good in the moment, but it definitely is not something that needed to be a long-term thing. Cody literally has not had a single promo or feud that I can remember since he became champion. We can't count Cena because Cena is Cena, so it's a little different. But Cody literally has not had a single feud or promo where I can remember where it was like, oh, this was really good. Cody literally has faced Drew McIntyre since August. And as I'm making this video, he is going to challenge Drew this Friday night on SmackDown. Nick Aldis just revealed it. And it's just one of those things where it's like, why is the company doing this? Like, Cody really does not need to be the champion again. He's literally a boring character. He doesn't have any of these memorable promos when he comes out and he cuts promos. It's usually just like a, what do you want to talk about? And then it's usually just like a, hey, I'm the better guy here. I'm going to beat you this Saturday, or I'm going to beat you at Money in the Bank or Elimination Chamber or whatever kind of PLE it is that they're having. And it just kind of gets boring. Again, Cody came back and he won the championship because his dad never did. I totally respect it. I understand it. Cody comes in, he does his job, and he goes home. That's totally fine. And any person who has a job knows that that's all their boss asks of you. Just come in, do your job, and go home. But this is the problem, guys. Cody doesn't really have any memorable feuds. Like, who has he wrestled besides Drew that you could be like, oh yeah, Cody actually really did make a difference? Yeah, Cody did feud with The Rock and Cena and whatnot, but that's really it. And speaking of The Rock, honestly, I think the whole entire thing with The Rock trying to take Cody's soul, they should try to revisit that storyline because of the fact that literally it could be interesting if done right. Again, we saw how the heel turn with Cena, and that didn't go so well. But the thing is it's like with Cody, they could do something interesting with Cody. Just kind of give us a little something different. WWE is in this weird state right now where it's like they feel like they have to keep pushing a guy like Cody down our throats because they think the fans really are going to want to see this dude. But literally, that's the thing. Nobody really cares to see Cody wrestle right now. Cody doesn't have anything going for him. He literally comes out and he does the same promos. And it's kind of funny because I've seen people say Cody's almost like John Cena. It's like, are you kidding me? Cody is nowhere near John Cena's level. And that's not even me just trying to be a John Cena fanboy or anything. This is me legit being factual here. Cena's won 17 titles. He basically was in the company when it was basically still at its peak, when it was the Ruthless Aggression era. Now, some people will argue that the Attitude Era is when it was at its best, but still, Cena did what he did during the Ruthless Aggression era, and he basically became the guy. And not trying to be funny, Cena also has more charisma. Cena knows how to keep the audience engaged. He knows basically how to read the room and know like what type of vibes the audience is giving him. What does Cody do? He does the same thing. He doesn't ever lean into the fact that the audience boos him or cheers him. Cena does though. So when people say Cody's almost like Cena, it's like how is that a comparison? Cena's different entirely. Now, in terms of Cody's work ethic, his work schedule, Cody is there every Friday. I will give it to him on that. Cody is there every Friday on SmackDown. Cody does do what he is supposed to do. Like, people feel like Roman deserved a proper rematch for a title shot. So it's like, how come Roman, takes Roman 2 years to get a title rematch, but then for Cody, it's like we have to keep giving it to him because that's the only way to keep him relevant. Cody is a good mid-carder pretending to be a main eventer. He's a good guy at the end of the day. This is the WWE. You're supposed to be here, and you're supposed to compete and prove you're the best. And when it just feels like you're not really doing much of anything, it just like kind of gets old. And again, Cody is not really... He's just not the guy you would expect to be like, he's going to sell out shows, he's going to sell seats, he's going to make you want to be invested in the story. Cody doesn't have that type of factor. When somebody like Roman comes back, you get excited and you get engaged because Roman literally will make the show feel that and good. With Cody, it's just very generic. It's very, we've seen this, we've done this before type thing. So Cody is not a bad guy. Personally, I think what they could just do is possibly change Cody's character up a little bit. Maybe give him some new lines on his promos. That's all they really need to do with Cody. Cody is not a guy where I want to sit here and say, I'm going to watch SmackDown for Cody. I feel that way about Cody. I'm sure a lot of other people might feel indifferent about it. Cody is definitely not somebody I want to sit here and watch all the time. But if you guys think that Cody really does need a break from the title picture, please let me know. You guys think that Cody should kind of change up his character a little bit? Do you guys think they should probably give Cody a bit of a break and let him do something else? I want to hear, like, what do you guys think they should do with Cody? So, anyway, I just want to make this video about him. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Really appreciate it. And I'll just catch you guys in the next one. Peace. And yes, Cody just beat Drew yesterday on SmackDown for the championship. So we're going to see Cody versus Randy at WrestleMania. Oh my God.